What's going on, guys? Johnny here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your paper trading account on Webull. All that I ask is that you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you see value in it. So, guys, we're going to get right into it. No filler busters, no plugging anything. We're just going to get right into your paper trading account. So, paper trading can be a great way to practice trading with fake money, right? It's a simulated trading. That way you can get confident and comfortable with trading stocks before you actually use real money. Now, I suggest this with all of our new members on the Learn to Earn team, that you guys practice paper trading for at least a couple of months before putting in real money. Now, with the link in the description below, you can get Webull for absolutely free, and if you deposit just $5, you can get up to 12 free shares to start actually using to invest in the real stock trading account. As you see here, my individual cash account, I also have an individual margin account. Both extremely beneficial and helpful. So, guys, with that said, we are going to go over the paper trading account and how you can get your setup, because it's probably going to look like this, to look a little bit more like mine, something that I use every day with our live trading sessions and overall when I do trade. So it may look something like this and it may not, but basically all these little deals here are called widgets. You can go right here and you could plus a new layout. So say you want a new layout here, start with a blank layout. You could do a learn the price ladder, options trading, day trading, a stock trading, and a starter one, right? There's also some defaults and some customized. Once you get those saved, you can save those. Okay, and you can have as many layouts as you want. So with this stock trading layout, you don't necessarily have to have this paper account widget, but if you wanted it, you can have it like set maybe somewhere like right here inside this area. If you see fit, you could also, yes, drag this over. That way you can actually see it a little better. And as you can see here, there's a little scrolly thing, and you could also scroll up and down. Okay, so you can have your paper trading account details here if you want. You don't necessarily have to. And you also, with this, you can reset the amount. So say you want to practice trading with $3,000, because that's what you're going to actually use when you set up your account. You can adjust it to 3,000. Say you want to trade with $100,000 account just to really get some skin in the game and really practice. Then you can do that, but you have to wait 1 minute per account reset. So with that said, this is a great area to use. You have 3,000, fake dollars to play around with. I do recommend taking about a $3,000 position size when trading. It's more realistic. I feel like it's something that's going to actually do justice when you do trade with real money. Making 10% a month, let's just say 10% a month when you first start out, is $300 extra a month. If you're able to make 10% a week, that's pretty great. That's $300 a week trading with only $3,000. Now, I aim for 10% a week or 40% a month. So then that would be 40% of $3,000 would be $1,200 a month. So you're like, whoa, that's a lot of money in a month on a small account. Yes, it is, and it is very possible. So when setting up, you can use this little drop down here. Now you don't necessarily have to have this. You could have this in like a separate section. So I don't actually have it in my setup here, as you can see. This is pretty fluid and pretty simple to understand. I have my chart layout here. I have RSI and MACD indicators. I have my watch list. I have my quotes. There is a clock here when needed. There is a clock, but there's also a clock right down here on the bottom right screen. I also have orders that need to be, working, filled, canceled, pending, partially filled, failed, stuff like that, and positions and notes if you ever want to take notes. Also have what do you call it? I have the trade feature. I have the turbo trade feature and the stock analysis feature showing price targets, etc. If needed, right? So you can see that Microsoft is tracking to be a buy. 59 analysts say it's a buy. Average share price 478, and the high price target is 550. Currently sitting at 420. So pretty accurate here for the analysis. Then we have time and sell, and we have volume analysis as well. So we also have tickers down here. So we're going to showcase that today. So paper trading, we're going to bring this up here. This is our watch list. You can drag it down. It looks like we already have this set up. So if you want to refresh data, you can. And this will play out pretty much everything you want. Recently viewed, your top positions, maybe only the positions that you are actually in, stocks 2024. So basically any watch list that you want. I could specifically look only at my oversold watch list, or specifically only my ETF watch list, which is 4 stocks in there. Right now I don't have any positions. And you can go also to recently viewed, which is over 45 different companies, and it'll just cycle through like a old school ticker tape. Now we are going to get rid of the clock. I mean, I don't really see it as anything special. We can leave it and then add our quotes there. So where is our quotes? I don't think we actually even have a quote. So you can go to I'll add widgets right here and click this button, add widgets, or you can right click and you can go to add widget, okay? So those are 2 really important things to have. We're gonna go ahead and go to quote here, and we are gonna go to this right here, which is quote. And as you can see, it does pull it up. And so now we can drag this. We can drag this and we can stick it inside. So like if you wanna just leave it there, that's fine. And if you want to drag it into another area, you simply just stick it on top and it'll actually combine itself in. And then you could change these around back and forth to where you have your quotes now, right? So we're going to put our quotes up here. This is like right where I like to have it. You can drop it down more. It gives you a lot more information. You could bring it way down here if you'd like. I like to go about three ways up. Okay, and then we have order, position, and notes. So we're going to do that next. We're going to go to our orders tab right here. Position, we are going to actually just drag it on top of this and it's going to go inside. And then what we're going to do is add a widget, and we're going to do note right here, as you can see here. So orders, positions, and notes, great feature to have. When you do actually start trading, very, very good thing to have inside your area here. All right, and then we are going to go to, I believe, order entry next. Trade turbo analysis. So we're going to go back here, and there is not a trade button. So we're going to add a widget, and we're going to go to all widgets, and we're going to go to trade. Which should be, well, I guess because it is paper, we're going to go to classic trade. There it is, okay? Which is great to have, right? You could also just use this as a rough example if you want, right? So we got the trade button here. For some reason, my stock one is actually pretty decent. That's weird how it moves like this, really fluid. Yeah, very, very interesting. Okay, so on the paper trade, we do not have that feature apparently. We're gonna go trade. Order book 2, we don't necessarily need unless you want to pay for it. That's completely fine. You can. Order entry would be somewhere that you'd look at your previous orders, stuff like that, your history of orders, so we don't need that either. Time and sell, we are going to move this over and put kind of right here in its own little area. And as you can see, that kind of lines up perfectly right there with what we wanted to do. And about midway right here, about midway, there we go. Okay, that way you can see your time and sell. And then we have volume analysis. So now we can get to the fun part where we can actually extend our charts, okay, because that's probably the most important feature. And you can drag it around, right? But I'll put it there and then grab it and drag it about, I'd say about 2/3 of the way down. Okay. Now I'm going to add indicators. Now this is really cool here. It may be blank, so in order to bring up indicators, you just hit this little button and it brings up a bunch of indicators, right? So you got your EMA, you got your MACD, you got your super trend, and we're going to go over those briefly. Okay, so you got your MA right here, it's already up. Say you delete it by accident, this is what it starts with, right? So now you can click on EMA, it adds it automatically. You can add MA, adds it automatically. Your MACD, very good resource to have. And then your RSI would be a really good one to have as well. So we're just going to go ahead and scroll down through all of these, and we're going to look for RSI right there. All right, perfect, perfect. And now volume is already in play. As you can see here, these little tiny dots, these are your volume, which is built into your chart already, which is just fantastic for us. I'm going to drag it down. Now I like to have my MACD below the RSI. So in order to do that, we are simply going to get rid of the MACD indicator by clicking on it again. Okay, MACD right here. Okay, we're going to click on it and then we're going to re-click on it and it'll go below the RSI. Now if you want the RSI below, then get rid of the RSI and put it up just like that. And I'll take them right here in between. There's a little line and you can actually make this bigger or smaller, however you want to do it. I like to have it about, 1/3, about 1/4, and this makes about 2/4. And then overall, here's my actual screen here. So you have your actual chart, you have your RSI chart, and then you have a MACD chart. I like to use these basically just like this, as you can see on my stocks, RSI, MACD, main charts, okay? Now what's cool about this is you can change your levels, your EMA levels, your MA levels by clicking the little gear, okay? And I like to set my EMA to 45. Now really, you only really need to adjust this one. As you can see, when you adjust these, nothing really happens. So really you just need to adjust this one. I like the 45-day moving average. And if you guys want to learn more about what the exponential moving average is, you can pause this video and you can read this briefly. I also have a whole video talking about EMAs, so definitely check that out. Now I like my EMA at a blue line. We're gonna go blue here. You can make it whatever color you want. You want to do red, you want to do green, you want to do yellow or white, you can. But I have mine set to blue, and you just hit OK, and you hit done, and it changes the color to blue. As you can see here, my blue EMA, and I have a green MA. Now what's the difference? Briefly, we'll talk about it. The EMA is the exponential moving average. I have it set to a lower amount of days per average, so 45 days average. And the MA is a moving average, which basically is a longer period of time. That's literally all that means. It is a longer period of time, okay, which can help with identifying different trends, etc. So I like to set my MA to 200. Okay, now I used to refer to it as the SMA or the simple moving average, but now it's just called the moving average or the MA. Okay, and we are gonna set this to green. Now you can set it to whatever color you want, just like I stated before, but we like green on here, so we're gonna set it to green, and there you go. We have a green SMA, and as you can see, it doesn't react as heavily as the blue EMA line, right? The blue EMA reacts a lot more because it's a 45-day average, whereas the SMA or the MA is a 200-day average. So as you can see, this kind of fluctuates with the tickers, the Japanese candlesticks, and the green line just has a gradual descent down from these overall swings. Okay, now as it starts to push up and crosses over, then you can see that the MA, the green line, it's starting to bend and move up in an upward direction, which is a great indication to buy a company. Now, simulated trading is right here, and as you can see, the buying power, you might not even be able to see that. So hold on 1 second here. Let me, this is actually a little bit different. It's kind of odd that this wouldn't actually align with itself the way mine does here. You see how it's like in one solid area, but I can move it around. And then there's all these different ones, and then there's this gap. You may not be able to do that in the paper trading one. See how I can move this around, but it doesn't move overall the entire thing, which is very odd to me. But basically, oh look, wait, maybe that worked. Did that work? I think it did. No, it didn't. Oh, it actually disappears behind it. I wonder if I can, now I can move this. No. That's very interesting. Whereas this one, yeah, so the simulated is a bit different. It seems like they have some kind of updates they might need to do with this. Because it doesn't flow as easily as the other one does. Very interesting. So you have your trade buttons here. And if I can bring it down, or just over in general, I'm going to bring it over right here. You have simulated trading, so you have buy and sell. Okay, it shows you your buying power right here and your max amount of shares that you can buy with the $3,000. So now what you can do is you can reset trade settings. Nope, that's not what we want. You can go to widgets and you can get your paper account P&L. Okay, now this would track all your trades, how much progress you're making, percentage gains, periodical gains, trading records, dividend records, stuff like that. Okay, and now this did finally populate here. Now what you can do is you can either have this on the sideline or you can create a whole nother layout specifically for this feature here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Yeah, so you can buy and sell. You could buy market, limit orders, market orders, stop limit orders, trailing stop losses, stuff like that. You can change the quantity here. If you want to change the quantity, it'll show you exactly how much to buy. Day or good till cancel, which means multiple days. Extended market hours, yes, if you want to trade extended hours. And then you'd simply just go like this and you'd say you want 5 shares simulated by S&P, and then you'd have a buy limit of 529.60 that would pop up right there. So pretty cool feature to have, especially when starting out, tracking your trades. And then you could actually move this up and down. If you want to move it down to here, then you can. And of course, when the market is open, it would actually buy this when you put it below that area, right? So then you can also just cancel it right there. And it's a little glitchy, right, compared to the main setup. So be aware of that it is a bit glitchy. Here's a turbo one. Okay, so we can put turbo into our trading setup here. Perfect. And okay, we're good there. Done. And then your time and sell, and then your volume. So we're going to add the volume into this. Add all widgets. And we're going to go to stocks, and then we're going to go to volume, which does not look like it's in there. Markets, general, marginal, most active. They have a lot of different resources that you can use and that you can play around with for sure when it comes to this. Right here, volume, it's in quotes. And then you can just slide this on over, stick it in here, and you got time and you got volume. Okay. Now again, this is just to get you set up for the paper trading account. It doesn't have to be perfect, because once you get familiar, you'll be able to use the main stock account. And as you can see, I can move this up and down. I can move this up and down, etc. It flows a little better this way. I noticed it just flows better on the actual stock account. which is pretty cool. And then up here I have all my different tabs like options, notes, news, financials, analysis again up at the top, order flow, corporate action releases, and the actual profile itself. And then all my indicators, you got your indicators tab, drawings, like if you want to draw a trend line, you can just click from point A to point B. You also have horizontal lines that you can add that'll go straight across. Vertical lines if you want to show a case an area of stop or something like that, or start. You also have extended lines, you have raise, you have a lot of different options there. And then tons of other options. You got rectangles, pitchforks, channel trends, and different things like that. And then you also have a Fibonacci retracement that you can use as well. And you can even add text. If you wanted to add text, say right here, say buy point, right? You can add that, and then you can put it right here, which is an awesome, awesome feature to have. You know, buy point down here at this level, and then you could, you know, text something up here and put like sell, right? So that way you kind of know exactly what you're doing or what you're kind of trying to figure out. Notes, drawing tools, you can even have arrows. If you want to point an arrow somewhere, you would simply drag. Oh, that's odd. I thought that actually worked. You just click now. So it did update a little bit. You just click and you can rotate and you can add colors. So, you know, I'm going to buy at this area and maybe I'm going to sell at this area, and you could change it to like green or something, or blue or pink, whatever color you want, black, white, right? Whatever you want to showcase maybe different areas of buying and selling. You know, maybe I'm going to sell this red. So boom, there's a sell. So a lot of great features once you get into everything that you start seeing. You can delete all of your stuff here as well. Line charts, you can change it to line to where it is just a line. You could change it to area. You can change it to candles. You can change it to hollow candles, etc. So I prefer candles. Then you got different grids. You can do 2 charts. You can do charts on top of each other, even up to 4 different charts if you want. You can compare this to, say, the S&P 500. So then you have another grid here showcasing that that area of resistance or whatever, and then you just click on it again, and it will, well, it should disappear. It didn't. It didn't disappear. How do I get rid of it? Delete compare right there. So delete the comparison. And there you go. Chart trader, you got a little buy and sell thing here. And then you even have a replay button, kind of like trading view, which is really cool. You can basically rewatch the charts as they play out. As you see right here, it's got a little ticker that it's playing. You can extend it. You can go further. I believe you can go per day. You can go per week, per month. Really just whatever you want, and then you could really just start tracking your trades better, identifying key areas of like support and resistance, stuff like that, what you did, where you went wrong, and different things like that. So definitely a really cool feature to have when you are looking to paper trade. So hope that answered some of your questions. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time. I'm glad I finally made it. If you guys want to watch me trade live every single day, Monday through Friday at market open, definitely subscribe to the channel. Smash that little bell button, notification bar or button. That way you can see when I go live. But again, whatever time zone you're in and whatever time the market opens, you can guarantee we'll be trading live, where you can watch me buy and sell stocks, get in and out of positions, and ultimately I answer all of my viewers and subscribers' questions in real time, so you don't have to wait or look for another video somewhere to get your questions answered. So thank you guys for being a part of the day. Thank you for spending your time with us, and we will see you all tonight for the Sunday night stock talk, which we host every single Sunday at 7 p.m. and then those morning live streams Monday through Friday at 7:30 or at market open, whichever time that is for you. Also check out the first link to our Investing for Beginners community, where you have access to our website that showcases a lot of different tools and blogs that you can use to increase your profitability in the market and start learning how to day trade. The second link in the description is going to be our Discord. You can join that and you can actually see my trade ideas, etc., and things like that. So thank you guys. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you all in the next one.